All right. How you doing, folks? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report. Today for Friday, December 13th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your friendly Friday. And it is Friday, so we kick it off old school.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Hope you had a good day yesterday. Hopefully your picks went well. Did okay in the 3-2 in the NHL, 1-0 with the NFL Thursday Night Football with the Rams. And so we're going to talk about some NHL. Well, only one game today in the NHL. There's a few in the NBA. We'll go through the NBA board, and then we'll talk about the NFL this weekend. And we'll see if we can get you guys some pearls. Hey, show them the money, as Jerry would say.
Show me the money!
And so how was your night? Hopefully you guys had a good night. Hopefully your picks went through. I think I'll recap a little bit of last night. I was thinking about last night's games. You know, sure enough, I talked about that game yesterday between it was Dallas and Nashville, and I said I have to go back to the tape, but I think I said watch it be like a 4-0 game for Nashville. 4-1, hey, 4-1 Nashville. Just I don't know, those hunches you have, right? Sometimes you get these betting hunches, and sometimes they pan out, and it's like, okay, crystal ball was right. Hey, the crystal ball was right. But Supness Lex Steele. Lex Steele is in the house. The man of steel, Lex Steele. Hey, got an interesting email yesterday from somebody sent me an email, and they remember the funny finish line we did with Trackside Ted, and somebody wanted ask me about the logo. I said, yeah, go ahead. They want to use it. I said, sure thing. And remind me how much fun this was. I think this was during the COVID times, and we had a little fun with all these characters we had at ATS. And I said, you know what, time to bring back Trackside Ted. So if you're into horse racing like I am, and you like the ponies, well, we got an article with a little bit of light humor to keep it funny, hopefully, and little chuckles along the way to for your entertainment purposes only. And you can read this article today at atsstats.com. Also, I give out the free horse racing tips. In fact, today's Gulfstream tip sheet of the day is Gulfstream Park. The horse racing tip sheet of the day is Gulfstream Park, and you can get all the races all for free right here at atsstats.com. And you can play these. Look at that, 50-1 long shot in race number 1. $25,000 maiden claiming race number 1, 12:20 post time, 6 furlongs, and we're going to recommend the number 12 horse Maca Alberio with the Rios taking a ride here on the 12. 15-1 morning line on the 12. 12, wow, normally when you see 12 horses in the race, I bet you if I go look at the adjustment, the scratches today, they'll probably end up being like 8 or 9 horses, right? You don't see too many 12 horse races at Gulfstream unless it's the stakes race. Kiss Cam, the number 3 horse, Kiss Cam with Tyler Gaffalione on the ride on the 3, and then Kiss Cam is 5-1 morning line. 6-1 on Infinity. Luis Saez, my guy Luis, is on the ride here on the number 1 horse, 6-1 morning line. And your joker, your value play of the day is the number 7 horse. That is Rancho Vista with Emisel Yaramillo on the ride here on the 7. Rancho Vista, 9-2 morning line on the 7. 12-3-1 in race number 1 today at Gulfstream Park. And your value, your joker play of the day is the 7 horse Rancho Vista with Emisel Yaramillo. Hey, say that 3 times. Whose house? Ram's house. Whose house? Ram's house. Crypto Nolan. Yeah, this is our house. Hey, whose house is this? Every time we high school football players love that stuff too, eh? Captains go for the coin flip, then they do the horseshoe, and then the captains come in, they all get in the circle, they all start whose house? Our house. Whose house? Our house. 1, 2, 3, our house. Protect this house. Hey, football, gotta love it. Hey,
cannot play with him, cannot win with him, cannot coach with him, can't do it.
Yeah, we had Hey, Crypto Nolan. Yeah, you know what? You just remind me of a Fat Albert. Hey. But did somebody walk off the field last night? Hey, we have another Vernon Davis episode last night. Well, Vernon Davis didn't quit. I think Mike sent him for showers. But yeah, I was reading online is what somebody quit on the team last night. Did I read that right? How do you do that? How do you quit on your teammates during the middle of a game? Hey, I don't think he's back at practice today. Somebody did that on our team. Yeah, as my mom would say, here's your coat. What's your hurry? Hey, I don't think you do that. You can't do that. You can't make the playoffs that way, right, Jim? Hey.
Playoffs?
Just one sec.
Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Yeah, playoffs. It's that time of year, right? The winter comes in, the heat goes on, and then friggin' gets stuffy in here. Right? Gotta open some windows. Hey, open some windows. Minus 8 outside. I don't think the wife would like that. All right, you guys ready for some NBA handicapping? Actually, you know what? Let's get the NHL out of the way. There's only one game in the NHL, and before we do that, let's go take a look at the opening bell. Hey, where's my opening bell? Always got to do the opening bell. It's my Dow Jones Industrials for sports betting, and you can see last night in the NHL, 8-6 for the favorites. We were talking about yesterday it would be a favorite market. Yeah, it was a bit. 57% of the favorites cashed tickets last night. 9-5 for the puck line underdogs, and 8-6 to the under. So looking at the 7-day average, wow, we're pretty bearish for overs in the NHL. So only one game. Tomorrow's the day I think you're going to make some money in NHL. If you look at the 7-day average, 58.4% of the games in the NHL have gone under. 60.4. We're still it says bullish market, but we're pretty much year to date with the favorites. So favorites won 61.8% of the games this year, and they're 60.4 in the season. So bullish. We're still bullish for favorites. But that's, you know what, of all the years I've done this, that's the standard for favorites winning. So it's like a 60-40, right? And then like anything else, the truth lies in the middle. You got to go find the value in the middle. But let's go look at the NBA. What's the NBA charts telling us today? That NBA Cup is throwing a wrench this week and everything. The numbers, right? There's only 2 games per day there. And 79% of the favorites. Wow, that's pretty big. 79 on the 7-day average. So you know what? I think underdogs might start making an adjustment. Well, I say that. 79. See, the thing the bookmakers can't control is who wins or loses. What they can control is the point spread. So, as I always say, you put 100 people in the room, and you ask the team who's going to win straight up. In the NBA right now, it's an 80-20 split. You ask them who's going to win against the point spread. Well, the bookmakers done a pretty good job because it's 34 for the favorites, 65.6 for the underdogs. On the season, 56.8. So we are 9 points above season average. So favorites is where you should be looking today when you're handicapping. Hey?
We just got our ass totally kicked.
Yeah. Favorites where you should be looking today in the NBA. It's just depending on your favorites. And I'm gonna go through a little exercise with you guys on home and road teams, and I'll talk about value. You know, how to stay away from those high favorite values. 60.6% of the games I've gone under in the NBA last 7 days. So we're gonna be looking for overs. So overs and favorites today in the NBA. Overs and favorites. As I said, you need a starting point, right? When you're handicapping, you need a starting point. What are you looking for? What is the markets telling you? And if you don't follow the markets and you're just shooting the dart, hoping it's to stick to the wall or to the board, then you're just guessing, right? Be informed. Be informed. Know what's going on in the markets. Speaking of markets, having a good run at sportshub.com, one of our sponsors for the World Series of Handicapping. Right now, I'm ranked 7th at the monitor for NHL handicappers. Yeah, hitting 58% of my picks, 82 and 59. Not bad. I can be better. Hey, if you're not first, you're last. That's the old Ricky Bobby, right? And right now I'm not first, so I'm last. So that's the mindset you gotta have. You gotta, winners win, right? At the end of the day, Mike, what does winner want?
I want winners.
Yeah, so we got to give Mike some winners. How about the NFL? Doing a little bit better in the NFL. Being a football guy, I better be. Ranked 6. And you know what? NFL, you got a lot of handicappers. Like, we're talking hundreds of handicappers. And I'm ranked 6. In fact, in the World Series of Handicapping, this is a professional football contest, and I'm ranked 5th right now. The Rocket Man, eh? Rocket is 5th. I won last night with LA Rams, so I'm 57, 39, and 2 in the contest. So, yep, at the end of the day, I, like I said earlier this week, I like where I'm at right here. I'm like, think of the Kentucky Derby, right? It's hard to go from gate to wire. You want to come down the three-quarter pole in the, down the stretch in the mix, and then you want to pull through at the end, right? But those are my picks. You can see them each and every day at the website. The World Series of Handicapping, sponsored by SportsHub.com. If you're a handicapper, this is the site you want to go at, SportsHub.com. Sign up and let them take care of all the administrative work for you. They do you a website. They'll take care of your transactions. They'll do the pick monitoring. You can put in your picks. It's a good way to if you're just starting out. Let's say you're a rookie and you're trying to crack the industry. This is a good way to do it, right? I say it all the time. You want to make a name for yourself? Show them what you got. If you're a good handicapper, you're a good picker, and you come on the board here, people will find you. All right, let's get into the NBA. But before we do, here's the article I just wrote right now on team performances. And I'm a big cycles guy. You guys know that. I believe everything runs in cycles in life, right? Short-term, long-term cycles. And if you go to atsstats.com, I got this chart called the strength of schedule. And in the strength of schedule chart, what I like to monitor is how teams are doing in the NHL on a long-term and short-term cycle. Now, the thing you got to define is what is the short-term cycle for you? Is it 3 games? Is it 7 games? I think 3 games in like NBA, MLB, NHL is tough to gauge because you can have a 4-game homestand and you really don't know. Obviously home teams, you got a bit of an advantage at home depending on the sport. In hockey, you get the last line change. In baseball, you get the last at bat. NBA, you don't really get that advantage in the NBA, right? When you think about it, what do you get the advantage in the NBA? Is it who gets the ball at halftime? I never thought about that. When you start the basketball game, like there's not a tip off at halftime. There's a team that starts with the ball. Is that the home team? I never really thought about that. Something I really never paid attention to. Okay, how does that work? Who gets the ball at halftime? Is it the home team? Is it the road team? Because like in baseball, the home team bats last. In hockey, you get the last line change. Where's the home team advantage in basketball? You ever thought about that? Yeah, things that make you go, eh? Holy cow.
Holy cow!
Yeah, but yeah.
Great cash, homie.
All right, so NBA. We'll do NHL. There's only 2 games today. So I'll do the NHL, then we'll go right into the association. So Ottawa's playing Carolina. Ottawa doesn't do well in Carolina. Yeah, we have a history of not doing. I say we because I'm from Ottawa. And right now I got a love-hate relationship with my team. Hey, this team, it will drive you nuts following them. All right, so Ottawa, the history, and look at that. 2-8 in Carolina. Not good. Holy cow.
What the hell's going on out here?
Yeah, I don't know what it is with, was it Raleigh, North Carolina? Hey, enjoy Bill Belichick out there, friends. Hey, you traded a 73-year-old coach for a 72-year-old coach. There you go. Hey, you know what? That's a hell of a Rolodex you just imported, right? The thing with older coaches is that, a lot of experience, but you got to find. I think to me, coaching is about finding the right mix in your coaching staff, right? You need young, you need old, you need everything. Like you really. The coaching staff is really what makes the team go, right? Because that's the coaching staff, especially the positional players in football, positional coaches, they're the ones closest to their players, and normally the position coach will go to bat for their guys, right? And that's, you need that. All right, anyways, hockey, we're on the ice here. Ottawa 2-8 in the last 10 visits to Carolina. Carolina 7-3. They're on 2 days rest. The Canes are 4-1 on 2 days rest. Ottawa's playing a little bit better. I don't want to get carried away here. They're 2-1 the last 3 games, but they're going to unfriendly territories right now. Not good. Yeah, this is not going to be a good game for Ottawa tonight. Morning, how you been doing? Happy holidays, Joel. How you doing there, Joel? Yeah, I'm doing good. Like I said, during football season, I coach high school football. So during high school football season, I take a hiatus. I hit the road, Jack, but I come back, and I'm back, and yeah, doing the weekday, the morning podcast again, which I love doing because I love especially with the characters we have in the bullpen. The bullpen's our chat box. And yesterday they're very quiet. The bullpen was quiet yesterday. I thought the bullpen was either they're taking notes or they got the holiday spirits going and they're recovering. But no, yesterday was it was a good day yesterday. I thought yesterday was a good show. And if you always miss the show, come catch the replay. It's on our YouTube channel, and then I normally take the replay and I post it on the front page of atsstats.com. All right, let's take a look at the Sens here, the stats and trends. Anytime they're before non-division games. So Ottawa's going to play tonight in Raleigh, North Carolina against the Canes, and then they're playing tomorrow against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh took Montreal behind the woodshed yesterday, and bang, bang, bang. Hey, that was a woodshed. Remember Leghorn Foghorn? They used to do to the dog. That's what they did to the Habs last night. Okay, 3-7 straight up, and before non-division game, 4-6 to the under. And Daryl Turner, his other brother Daryl, is in the house. How you doing, Daryl? Hey, where's Daryl? Daryl gets a dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
Cheers, Daryl. Opinions on the Sixers, unders, Nuggets, over. All right, we'll get there. We're in NHL. Hey, hold your pucks. Hey, hold your pucks. Ottawa's coming off a 4-goal win. Yeah, they had their way with Anaheim. Anaheim's not a good team, right? Coming off a game. So road teams in the NHL scored 5 goals last game. 33, 18, and 3 in the next one to the over. Yeah, if you take this one here, I'm not laying 205, 207 like that for the Sens. I'm not doing that. I think this is what's Ottawa's history in Carolina the last few. Actually, who's between the pipes tonight? A. Loving this lo-fi music. Linus Allmark. Kochetkov? All right. Yeah, looks like Freddie Anderson's been out for a while. All right, so it looks like everybody might be in the lineup tonight, so I don't think there's going to be any major line moves because of player lineup change. Oh yeah, the Sens last time they were in Carolina lost 4-0. Prior to that, 5-3, 3-2, 4-0. When was the last time they beat the friggin' Canes? Okay, this April 10th, 2023, 3-2. Yeah, Ottawa's right now they're on the cusp of either they're at the tipping point. I think the Sens are at the tipping point. You know, you can't continue to just play around that 8th playoff spot and then just tank, right? I think Ottawa has to make a move here. They got the goaltending. I like Allmark. It's the defense I'm not too crazy about. Like if you look at our heydays, when we had really, we had Redden, we had Phillips. You always need those two type of dynamic duos on the defense core, right? You need that stay-at-home defenseman, and you need that quarterback. When we had Carlson too, like you need those type of quarterbacks on the power play at the point. But yeah, you also need those stay-at-home defensemen. But I think that's what's missing in Ottawa. And Zub is just, I would trade him. That guy's like a Band-Aid. He's the Porzingis of the NHL. Hey, Zub. He's the Porzingis of the NHL. Always injured. All right. Hey, it's Raymond. What's up? Your show. Are they still every day? You know what? There's my good friend Lonnie Smith. Hey, good morning, Lonnie. Give you a good morning Vietnam right there for my good friend Lonnie.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Yeah, I'm hoping to be back. What's up with your show? Are they still every day? Yeah, here's the thing with the show here. It's like Seinfeld. It's a show about nothing. It's a show about nothing. We just show up and we do the show. Hey, and that's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them.
Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Yeah, this show is about that. If like this was it Wednesday? I didn't do the show. It was only 2 games, like 2 games. If it's a low volume day, then I'll pull a Kawhi Leonard. I'll go low management. Hey, how about that? Good morning. I like your shows, Lonnie Smith. Thanks, Lonnie. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm like the Kawhi Leonard of podcasts. Eh, I take my load management days very serious. Hey, where's my load management? Need a, hey.
We talking about practice, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice.
No, we're talking about podcasts.
Man. I mean, how silly is that?
No, we're talking about podcasts. Hey, just don't do a LeBron it up and leave. Oh boy, hey, that's taboo right now. Hey, we don't talk about that. Hey, yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, the LeBron situation, eh?
What the hell's going on out here?
Yeah, what's going on in La La Land now? You know that's anyways, gonna keep it light here, eh? Okay, something up with the searches. Okay, something's up with my searches. You want to elaborate on that, Lonnie? Something's up with my searches. This music has put me to sleep. It's like I'm doing overnights on the Fly 107. Okay. I like it though. I like this music. It's like I'm on coffee all day. Yeah, it's good. All right. See, I almost fell asleep during the show. Minus 196 is the line. Carolina, 6 is the total. Yeah, we got 3.1 to 2.7, 5.83. Do you guys like the total 6? When I see the number 6, I'm like, okay, that's a good number, but it's a good number if for a push, right? But when you get that hook, it'll drive you nuts because then, you know, you can have a 3-1 game with 3 minutes left and you're still not okay. Okay? I don't see you and I look on YouTube. I don't see you and I look on YouTube. Oh, really? Yeah, you know what? I think the algorithms on YouTube, if you're not consistent and you're not doing your show every day, they're not going to give you like the love, right? So, yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, that makes me feel like I'm flying through the atmosphere of planet Saturn. Yeah. Hey, man, want a Twinkie? Hey, feel like I got to open up a cannabis shop or something, eh? Hey, dude. All right, maybe it's probably never bet the 6. Yeah, 6 is a funny number. Oh, speaking of numbers, remember yesterday I gave you guys that a pretty good stat on home favorites coming off a 1-goal win, 1-goal loss. Yeah, cashed a few tickets yesterday. It sure did. Let me see here. Who won that San Jose game? Let me go back to my... Yeah, so this game... Wait, I'll do this and I'll come back to that. Hey, gotta stay eye on the ball here, Ron. See, I get distracted easily. Shiny thing in the corner. 2-8 ATS. 3-11. Wow, look at... See, this is my line on Carolina. And this is... Okay, you know what? Let's do this right now. I want to show you guys something. Go to my standings. I want to talk about value. So, in the Raymond Report, I talk about A, B, and C type teams, right? So, if you look at the top teams in the NHL, you know, Winnipeg, Washington. Actually, isn't Washington in first place now? 20-8. New Jersey. Make sure I got the... always like to do some quality controls with my stats. Make sure we're on point. When you're a one-man show, you got to do everything. Security, janitorial services. You know, you do everything here. Okay, Washington, yeah. 20-8. Yep, that's it. Okay, we're good. Sounds like my music's going all hey? Sounds like I hit the sounds like a 1970s LP there. I just bumped the table. That's what it sounded like, eh? Remember back in the day in the 70s and 80s, your parents would play those LPs and you'd walk by and it's like, hey, did you just hit the table? My Elvis just went off, or my George Jones just went off. Hey? Yeah, maybe it's probably never bet. Play the guitar, drums, and sing, man show. Yeah, and I do security at night. All right, anyways, back at the A, B's, and C's. Look at the overall. Winnipeg, right? 21-10. Washington, New Jersey, Vegas, Minnesota. Just these teams. Yeah, you can throw Florida and Carolina in there. Toronto, Dallas, Edmonton. What I'm getting at, when I mention these teams right here, right? Think of it when you're Christmas shopping for your wife, right? And you're buying earrings, right? This is the A department. This is where like these are the earrings that are worth like $300, and then when you give them to her, it's like, what the hell are you doing spending $300 on earrings? Hey, she wants. I want A-type earrings, but a C-type price. That's what I want. Anyways, Winnipeg, Washington, New Jersey, Vegas, Minnesota. These are all when I say these teams, right? Especially at home, they're going to come with a big price tag. In fact, I do have a value report. If you go inside your dashboard. Right, go inside your dashboard, go to the value report, go to NHL. All right, anytime Winnipeg is at home against another alpha type team, that's the average line, minus 121, right? If they're playing a C type team, like, you know, the beatables, look at this is the line, minus 210. Carolina, look at, you know, Ottawa tonight. They're playing Ottawa. Ottawa's a C type team, right? And normally they're minus 311. Florida, 281, minus 175, 239 for Toronto, 192, 299, 202. So what I'm getting at is these A-type teams with a 60 or higher win percentage, these are teams that you're going to be broke betting these guys all the time, unless you really, you really feel good about that team. Now, if you look at the B-type teams, 230, 225, 180, 191, 251, they're still high too, right? And then the C-type teams against other C-type teams, so you got C on C-type crime, minus 162, 155, 158, 163 for Boston. So these are the averages of all these teams when they play at home as a favorite against another C-type teams, right? So you got to find the value in these teams on who they're facing, especially those C-type teams like Montreal last night against another C-type team. 126, but they were an underdog, so I have to go to the underdog tag right here. And Montreal normally as a dog is plus 122, and I think they were like minus 110 yesterday. So, woodshed, right? They got taken out behind the woodshed. This is a great tool to find value. Now, what I'm getting at is now Winnipeg, all these teams that I talked about in the standings, right? When's the best time to bet Winnipeg? When is the best time to bet Washington, New Jersey, Vegas? It's not when they're at home against C-type teams. Because you saw the price tag, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg to bet and win these guys when the price tag is minus 210. Like, if you bet Winnipeg yesterday, Winnipeg was minus 119. Remember yesterday on the show, I was like, I don't know. I kind of like the under in that game. And what was the final? 2-1? I think, they went overtime, right? 2-1 or 3-2, the final. They did win. What was the final score in that game? Yeah, 3-2 overtime. Yeah, Barbashev with the nice, Hellebuck couldn't hug the post quick enough. But that was a nice top shelf, right? So you got to find, and Winnipeg, Vegas yesterday, remember I said on the show, I said, look, guys, Winnipeg does not do well against Vegas. Like it's like New Jersey, Toronto the other night. When New Jersey is 1-9 in New Jersey against the Leafs. And, Matthews goes up shelf in the breakaway in overtime, right? Same thing last night. These teams that own you, when a team owns you,
own the Chiefs. Owns. I don't know.
They just find a way to win. When the team owns you, at the end of the day, you can be outshot. If you let these teams hang around, they'll just find a way to win, right? Anyway, so here's one thing I like to do also, is I have this chart called the Market Value Index. And what I do is I'm a cycles handicapper. And when I see a team, I look at them, their season-long record and their cycles of either 3, 7, or 14 games. In the NHL, so right here, you can see Ottawa 13-15, a power rating of 48 on the season. In the last 7 games, they're 4-3, power rating of 47. And in the last 14 games, they're 6-8 with a power rating of 46, right? And I'm a law of average guy, and I always believe the truth lies in the middle, right? So if I look at a season-long average, a 7-game average, and a 14-game average, I think the the truth is in the middle, right? That's what they do this year. That's what they do last 14. But what have you done for me lately, right? 47%. Carolina, last, what's their power rating in 7? 51, right? So 58, 50, and 51. So I think Carolina's going through a little bit of a hiccup right now. 3 and 4 last 7, but Ottawa does not do well in this game. So I'm not going to touch that game. But when you're looking for value, and again, back to the NHL, when I look at the season-long average for home teams, Maple Leafs, A-type teams, like look at the home team records of these teams. A, there's B, the Kings. So the Kings would be a team that I would look at when they're playing at home, depending on who they're playing, right? Because they have value. B-type teams are teams with a 50 to 59.9 win percentage, but they're, but at 10 and 3, that's a really phenomenal record. In fact, and they're they're a B-type team. Calgary, 10 and 5, right? But they lost last night to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is a good hockey team. Ottawa, a C-type team, 9 and 7. Boston, 9 and 8, a C-type team. The things that turned around in Boston since they changed the coach. There's Florida, not a great. See, Florida, Florida's like any team that wins a championship. They're going to be overvalued for, the next 2 years. Sean Glass, good morning, Sean. Hello, good morning. How are you? Seattle, C-type team, 8 and 8. So these are good charts to use when you're handicapping. So this way, you know if the team has value, right? And one of my charts that I like using, this is the NBA, and we'll do that. So in the Ottawa game tonight, just so I can close out that Ottawa file, the Penske file. Hey, Ottawa, Carolina, it's my Penske file. You got that Penske file? Remember Seinfeld? That game tonight, I think you, 6, man, I think it's a pass. To be honest with you guys, I don't think you touch that game tonight. I think that Ottawa game, I just don't like the fact. Well, first thing, let's go back to the fundamentals. All right, first thing, let's take the minus 311, minus 1. So they're undervalued. I had plus 160. You're getting 174. Fair market value. Number 2, percentage play. 54.6% chance of winning compared to 41.5. So on the cow, it does favor the Sens. Performance cycles, you got neutral 8 days against neutral 8 days, which is good. Player availability, it looks like everybody's going to go. And money management tonight, you value. Like if you like Ottawa, the only thing I don't like with Ottawa is that they don't do well in this building. They're 2 and 8 straight up and 2 and 8 to the under. If I play this game tonight, I'd go under 6. There, that's as my good friend Stone Cold would say.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
All right, close the Penske file. Let's get to the NBA. Hey, if we do NBA, got to get Buffer tuned up.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah, I'm ready for this. All right, let's do this. Move it. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at the NBA for tonight. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, let's go to game number 1. I'm going to use my report card. Let's go to my report card. See, when you got tools in the toolbox, it's fun, right? You need tools in your toolbox, and here at ATS Stats, we have a lot of tools in our toolbox. In fact, ask some of our clients, I'll talk to them and say, man, your site's too big. It takes me like a week to go through it. I said, yeah, I know, I get it. This site's been online since 2001. So, the early years, I got very creative. Then when I ran out of money, I stopped creating, right? You need money to create stuff. I got a lot of ideas. Just those ideas cost a lot of money. All right, Washington, Cleveland. C-type team against an A-type team. Now, what I'm going to show you guys is I'm going to give you 2 numbers. The first number I'm going to give you guys is the season-long power rating, all right? So if I look at Washington, just so you know where you're getting this number from. So a power rating of 37 and a 7-game cycle power rating of 38 and then 34 for 14, but I'm not going to do that one. I'm sticking with the middle today, right? So I'm going to give you 2 numbers when I do these games. And for Cleveland, hey, Cleveland. Where's Cleveland here? 64 and 56. That's a big drop. So that tells me they're trending downwards, right? After that big hot start. So they're trending downwards, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for teams, and if you recall, was it this week I was talking about teams that got out of the gate quick. Subconsciously you're recording their hot start, and then you keep. Sometimes we're in denial when a team is doing bad, and you say, "Oh no, they went 10-1. They're good." Hey, they're 13-1 at home, but they're 8-3 on the road, and they're but now they're in a neutral stage cycle for 5 days. My line on the game was minus 12.6. The bad news is they're playing the Washington the Washington Wizards. Bullets, Wizards, whatever they're called these days. Bears 35 days, 88% chance of winning, and 11.4% chance. It's the network. Show me the pearls. My good friend, the network is in the house.
Show me the money!
Swept the board in the NBA last night. There we go. That's you know what?
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Good job, network. Hey, it's the network. Show me the pearls, baby. Pearls is what I call great information, right? You could be a Nobel Peace Prize winner, but if you don't give them the pearls, they don't care. All right, Cleveland. So they went from a 64 power rating to 56. That's a big drop. That's an 8-point drop. Where Washington went from 37-38. If you like this game tonight, which I don't because of the Washington Wizards record, I don't think it's, they're what, 3-19. Holy cow.
Holy cow!
Not good. If you like this game, I think the total is where you want to lean. All right, Pacers taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Indiana's long-term power rating 43. 33 in the 7-game cycles. That's why they're bearish. Philadelphia 42 and 51. So Philly is trending up in the right direction. If you do like this game, let me see what the Philadelphia minus 231 money line. I would say sometimes I don't like laying points, but if the money line's too high, that's a little bit too, now we're getting a little bit. I would monitor this line. If it comes down, if it comes down close to like 210, then I'd probably take the money line. I just don't like laying points, and I'll tell you why. I showed you guys the okay, let me go back here on the SBI. Look at this. On the season, favorites 67.4%, but only cover 43. That's 24%. That's a 24% difference. And this last 7 days, 79%, 34%. So this is why I don't like to lay. But we're in a favorites market, though. So just because we're in a favorites market right now, in a correction, we're in a correction stage for favorites. Because if you look at the SBI, look at the SBI. Last 7 days, favorites have only covered 34.4%. Just like the stock market, what goes up must come down. And if you like this game tonight, Indiana's pacing in the wrong direction. I'll take the Sixers. Hawk.
You can put it on the board, yes!
All right, let's go to Charlotte against Chicago. Your Chicago Bulls at the United Center. I used to play their opening song until I got YouTube give me some copyright violations. Hey, their music. Hey Scott, I know you're the Dick Clark of the bullpen. What's that song again? Chicago minus 5.5. 230.5 is the total. And Charlotte trending down, 42 in the power rating, 39 last 7. Chicago Bulls 47, 44 on the power rating. So Chicago trending downward. So is Charlotte though, so that's the good news. 41.8% chance of winning, 28.2. I got 117, 130 as a total right there on the number. The Bulls on C type crime, 6-4. So now I got to go dig a little deeper into the Raymond Report, because normally you get to when you're handicapping, if the technicals don't stick out, then you got to go into the indicators. And the indicators on this game tells me that Charlotte is 3-7 straight up and against the point spread at the United Center. We're in a favorite market, so if you like Chicago, fire away on the Bulls. So far, Philly and yours, Chicago Bulls. All right, so I like the Bulls here. Lakers, Minnesota. Yeah, look at that. There's the see the LeBron factor's already kicking in on their on their point spread, right? I'm not laying 13.5, that's for sure. You know what the money line is for the T-Wolves? 371. Yeah, we're not doing that. You like that, Kurt? I don't like that.
You like that? You like that?
No, I don't like that. All right, I got 107, 105. Lakers trending down. Minnesota's 51 power rating on the season, 51 on the 7-day average. So what you see is what you get, but you're overvalued T-Wolf team tonight. And I'm not touching the Lakers right now. I think they're, I think the team psychology has probably got a little bit of a rattle this week, right? With LeBron stepping down. That's a tough situation, right? It's a tough situation, so I'm not going to touch that game. Brooklyn taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis is one of the best teams trending right now. They are 64 on the 7-day power rating and 56 on the season long, so they're 7 points. Brooklyn was 48-45, trending a little bit downwards, but Memphis minus 11.5. What's the bookmaker have? I don't like that. Minus 10? Yeah, 230 is the... All right, I like Memphis, but I'm not laying 10.5. And Brooklyn, how do they do in Memphis? And this is why you got to follow the markets. Like, every day is not a Picasso, right? 5-5, 6-3-1. The over 17-8 in Grizzly games this year. 8-6 at home, 6-7. What's the total I got? 234. Maybe the overs you go in this one. Right now, my technicals are telling over, and we're in an overs market, right? I think we're in an overs market. Yeah, so that's good. Look at that. See, 60.6% of the NBA games have gone under. So overs market. That tells me we're probably on the right track here. All right, let's go to the next one. Clippers, Denver. Pretty good game, right? Clippers season-long power rating 54, 45 last 7. What the hell's going on here, Coach?
What the hell's going on out here?
What's going on with the Clippers? Last 7, 3-4. 2-game losing streak. Neutral, 42% confidence level. So one thing I do like here on this chart, it tells me the confidence level of the public, the betting public. Like, when you think of the LA Clippers right now to bet on them, that's probably right. A 42% chance of covering your point spread, right? If you look at Milwaukee, 71. If I look at Atlanta, 85. Golden State, 28% market confidence. Orlando, 57. Like, all these teams with high public, like bullish teams, you're going to have a high confidence level. And that's what the bookmakers are, that's where they take advantage of you a bit, right? They know from a market psychology that you're leaning towards these bullish type teams, right? And these teams like Washington, New Orleans, they have a low confidence level. But that's where you can make your big money, right? But again, when you're asking bad teams to do good things, it's not a good thing, right? NBA underdogs only winning 32.7% of the games. So yeah, it's that's what you call gambling. All right, Denver minus 6.5. All right, Denver is minus 6.5. Power rating of 52 and 44. They're trending in the wrong direction on the 7-day average. How come? Where's my let me get back to the I don't want this. I want the strength of schedule. Why is Denver doing so bad? Denver, yeah, look at that. 3-4. 12-10 on the year. Not a great record, eh? What's going on, Joker? Why are the Denver Nuggets so bad? Nets plus 10, boys. Like that. ATS. You like the... yeah, you know what? Clippers are only 4-6. Both these teams on 4 days rest. Yeah, the NBA Cup gave these guys a little bit of a breather, right? But yeah, Denver's not doing really good. See the last 10 games, 5-5. What you see is what you get. Clippers. All right, I had minus 4. They're at 6. 21 days neutral, though. They're on a 2-game losing streak. Did I see that right? Denver? No, 1-8. Yeah, Clippers on a 2. Yeah, you know what? Clippers are the play here, guys. Give me 6.5 on the Clippers. I just, both teams are trending down, so I'm okay with that. If one team was trending up, then it'd be a little bit of a different story, right? All right, Phoenix, Utah. Did you say Utes? Nope. I said the Jazz. 52 power rating for Phoenix, 43 the 7-day average, so Phoenix is trending downwards. Utah, 38 on the season, 34, so both teams going into the opposite direction. Phoenix is neutral 10 days. What else we got here? 118, 115. See how tight we are with our numbers here? I got 118, 115 final. Does that hook come into play? If you like Phoenix, take the money line. If you like Phoenix, take the money line. You're getting a bearish team, but I don't know. When you look at the trending part on the power rating, the strength of schedule, power rating charts, Utah 38, but only trending 4 points down to 34 in the 7-game cycle, where Phoenix is 52, and they're trending down to 43. That's 9 points. Or, 9 points. It's a bit high. Let me see their record in Utah. 8-2. Yeah, they're all right. All right. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go money line Phoenix. I just don't like the fact they're trending that word much downwards. I don't like that. Kurt, I don't like that.
You like that? You like that?
San Antonio, Portland. Spurs 49 on the year-to-date power rating, 41 on the 7-game cycle. Portland 43 and 33. They're trending 10-point down. Yeah, that's not good. I got 113, 110. See, another score with a 3-point difference. 118, 115, 113, 110. 57% chance of winning, 66. So if you're going to play, this is like handicapping the same game. I feel like I'm handicapping the same game here. Yeah, see? Utah's bearish 24 days. Portland 12 days. San Antonio in Portland 4 and 6. Maybe the total's where you want to go here. Eight and 3 to the over at home. How about injury report? Let me check out my injury report. NBA. I think over is where you want to go in this one. 224.6, and I got 224 as the total. What's the Kogo at? Kogo's at 34%. Kogo's low, though. Kogo's pretty low. A lot of trends to the over. All right, I'm gonna lean towards the over. Not a solid, probably beer and pizza. I'll go over. Let's see if we're on to something. All right, that's my NBA picks tonight. Recap: Philadelphia 76ers. Keep an eye on that line. For entertainment purposes only, I'll say the point spread 6.5. Chicago. Let's see a money line in that game. Minus 231. Same thing as Philly. All right, I'll play the point spread. So Philly, Chicago point spread. I like the Clippers plus 6.5. Also like Brooklyn, Memphis over. I like Phoenix on the money line and San Antonio over. Those are the picks that I've the cap. Obviously, I'm not going to play all these picks, but I like the over in Brooklyn, Memphis. I think Clippers would be my dog play. And I like Philly. I think Philly's Philadelphia's trending up, so we'll go Sixers as one of my top favorite plays. All right, there you have it. That is my plays. All right, how long are we in the show here? 48 minutes, 51. All right, I'll do a little recap on the NFL. You guys ready for some National Football League stuff? I got to be careful. My contest players are probably watching. They're probably looking at what my picks are so they can eliminate me through a process of elimination. Got to watch out for my competitors out there. Yeah, I'm hitting what? I'm the Rocket Man here. 57.39 on the World Series of Handicapping. I'm in 5th position right now. And on Sports Hub, the site where they monitor handicappers, I'm ranked 6th in the country. And let me see here, 56.39. There's a lot of handicappers here. Like, I mean a lot. Like, if you go to the 50th, like the 50th, you know, these guys here. No, there's probably more, but they probably stop it at 50. All right, so I'm in NFL this year, 56.39, and out of 95 picks, hitting 59% of my picks, so it's okay. That's pretty average year for me. That's pretty average. All right, let's go to NFL. All right, Baltimore against the G-Men. All right, so the Ravens. $59 on the power rating, 50 on the 3-game cycle, 60 on the 7-game cycle. Baltimore, you know what? Let me. Giants are a mess. Both New York teams are a mess. What's up, Plant Base? All right, 14 out. I'm not laying 14 and a half for sure. Yeah, so I'm going to go through this quickly, all right? I'm going to go through this quickly because we're approaching the hour, and I don't want to keep you guys hostage here all day. Baltimore, New York. If you're going to play that one, take the total. Baltimore against C-type teams are 8-1 on the year. Neutral, 47 days. My line on the game was -4. You know, we're getting at that time of year now where, you know, these teams have melded in and they're, you know, tanking for Tua type thing. So, 14 odds, way too many points. Dallas taking on Carolina. I think Carolina is the better team right now. They're playing better. If you look at their power rating on the year, it was 36. It's 50 in the last 3 games. So teams that are trending a little bit better, Carolina, but they're just not lucky. You know, losing the last game in overtime against the it was a couple of games ago, and it was the Bucks, 23-26, and then lose to the Eagles 22-16 at Philadelphia. Hey, Carolina gave them a good fight. I think Carolina's going in the right direction. I think if you're going to play this one, take the Panthers on the money line. Cincinnati, Tennessee. Big win Monday night against the Bengals in Dallas. That was a big win, right? And Cincinnati power rating 44 on the year, 44 last 3 games, 48 in the last 7 games. Tennessee 38, 39, 44 in the power ratings. Cincinnati to me is the better team in this one. Is this the field goal game type thing? You know, the one thing with Cincinnati, they're one of those teams that just they don't put them away. They're just not putting away teams, right? If you look at the Bengals, tough losses, and when they win, 27-20. Look at their final scores, right? 27-20, 44-38 loss. Like, they're in every game. They just don't know how to put teams away. Yeah, the Raiders. Who's not putting the Raiders away these days? You know, 37-17 against the Eagles. The Eagles exposed them. I think Eagles are probably the best football team right now in the NFL. 21-14 against the Browns. So they just don't have that killer instinct to put teams away, right? Cincinnati in Tennessee. They're 5-5, 7-3 ATS. I do like Cincinnati here. I'm going to go Bengals here. New York Jets, Jacksonville. The Jaguars, they're trending up. 39 power rating on the season, 50 last 3 games, while the Jets 34 and 39 power rating. They're just not a good football team. You know, they're just not a really good football team. You know, the Jets could probably win this game because Jacksonville's, you know, they're just a mess. I don't know what's going on with Jacksonville. Like, you know, Trevor Lawrence takes that hit. Now it looks like, you know, who's going to be a quarterback this weekend? So Mac Jones, yeah. Who are you putting your money on? Mac Jones or Aaron Rodgers? Hey, you know Aaron's like showing his age right now. I still think I think the Jets are a better play. If you're gonna play this one, I think the Jets are a better play. But you know, sinking ship, right? Kansas City, Cleveland. I think Jameis Winston's doing a really nice job. Jameis Winston's like Geno Smith right now at the end of his career, right? Just reliable enough to help your team win, right? Isn't that a good comparison? Geno Smith and Jameis Winston. Winston's a little bit, Geno Smith's a little bit more better on the completion rate. Like, Geno Smith's completion rate is probably, I'm going to say top 5 in the NFL. I think Geno Smith's completion rate, I think he's got one of the best completion. Let me check on the stats here. Completion percentage. Let me do quarterback leaders. Passing. Completion percentage. Yeah, he's number 5. 60. Yeah. So here's your top passing completion rate percentage winners. Tua Tagovailoa is 73.8. Jared Goff, the Ryan Tannehill of this year or the last 2 years, 72.4. Baker Mayfield, Baker's unreal, man, 70.2. Jaden Daniels, 69.6, and there's Geno Smith, 69.5. Yeah, Geno Smith's completion rate, he's a very accurate quarterback. Kansas City, Cleveland. I like KC here. I just think they're a team that just gets away with murder every week. They're just, you know, but they do enough. It's the home factor, right? They just hang around, and then, you know, last week was good time management by Andy Reid. You know, I think Andy Reid knows, right? An old school coach like that, he knows you get to the fourth quarter, you got to start managing the clock because they don't have that deep threat they used to have with Tyreek Hill. But they just, now they're getting some weapons back. Pacheco's back. Kareem Hunt's now taking a bit of a back seat. So they got weapons. They just don't have that deep threat. Well, you know, when your best receiver is a tight end, obviously your offensive strategy is going to be run game and play action, right? Dink and dunk to the flats. Like, you don't take a lot of deep shots. I was surprised that the Rams took a couple deep shots last night, but yeah, that's why Kansas City, they're in these tough games because they're not an explosive offense to, like, in 2 plays they're 60 yards. Kansas City just meticulously, surgically attack you. They'll attack you the A box, the A gaps, the B gaps, play action, tight end. That's how Kansas City rolls, right? Kansas City -4. If you like the Chiefs, take the money line. Washington, New Orleans. My first instinct was take New Orleans, but I think Washington is the better team here. I got them. They're very consistent. Where New Orleans is playing a little bit better right now, but let me see their record at home against Washington. Washington is 6-3 lifetime in the dome, 5-4 ATS. They're on a bye week. Yeah, you give Dan Quinn and the coaching staff 2 weeks to prepare for the Saints. Saints played the Giants last week and won 14-11. Those are trap games, right? Because the general public's going to look at that and say, "Oh, you know what? They barely beat the Giants. They're going to get killed by the Commanders." Next thing you know, it's like 34-30 final, right? But I do like Washington. I don't like laying that many points, though. I think that's, if I go to my super database. What's the line of that game? Let's see what bookmaker has here. -7.5. That's a big line. Marshawn Lattimore will be on the Commander's side, says Daryl Turner. All right, take a look at this. Road favorites of 7.5. We'll do it between. All right, we'll do this. So, road favorites of 7 to 9.5 this season. Survey says, 4-3, 3-4, 5-2. How about the last 2 years? It's a big number for a young team. 15 and wow, look at that. 15-4 to the over. And that's my first instinct was the over in that game. That's why you watch the show, right? How about the last 3 years? Let's see if that number goes up. 20 and 11. Okay. How about 4 years? We'll do 5 years. Let me see 5 years. 41 and 29. But the last 2 years, holy crap, that's a big number. What did I say? 15-4 to the over. Wow, it's close to 80%. Or 75. No, it's close to, let's see here. 15 divided by 19. 78.9%. Yeah, I like the over. I really like the over there. And you know what? Washington could put points on the board. New Orleans, are they better at home putting, let me see their home. Go down here. New Orleans at home, averaging 23 points per game compared to 20 on the road, giving up 23. So defensively, they're not that great. They're better defensively on the road. It depends who they played. But look at the Washington, 28 points on the road, giving up 27. Yeah, give me the over. I think the over is a good play there. My over-under game of the week. Kirk Cousins likes that.
You like that? You like that?
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
All right, Miami taking on Houston. Tua. 45 power rating on the season, 44 the last 3 games, 52 last 7 games. Just don't bring McDaniels to Green Bay. Not McDaniels. Hey. Just tell Mike McDaniels there's no snow in Houston this weekend. He'll be fine. All right, Houston. I don't know. They're just showing me lately like there's a chink in the armor type thing, right? Just the way they played lately, but who they played. That's the more 23-20 against the Jags. 27-32 lost to the Titans. 34-10 to the Cowboys. 23-26 to 21. Yeah, it's just the inconsistency. Yeah, Houston's tough game to cap. Yeah, you know what? Houston, I think Houston's a better team when they're underdogs. I think when Houston's an underdog, I think there's no pressure on them. But once they're a favorite, I just feel from a point spread point of view, there seems to be a little bit of pressure. Or maybe, I say that, but look at this. Houston, okay. When Houston's a favorite, they're 4-1 straight up and 4-1 on the road. That's 8-2 as a favorite. And when they're an underdog, 0-2 and 0-1. So 0-3. So that makes no sense then. But who have they played? 4-1 the favorite against who? Well, let me just check here. All right, let me do this. Houston as a favorite. Where's my favorite thing? Current season. All right. Oh, we got an error right here. All right, so they played Indy, Chicago, Minnesota, Jacksonville, Buffalo. Yeah, 23-20 against Buffalo. That's pretty good. At home. In New England, yeah. Indy, yeah, division. Dallas, 34-10. Houston, Tennessee, and Jacksonville, 23. Okay. Anyways, I like Miami. I do like Miami. Thing I don't like though is they're 0-5 in Houston. 2-3 against the point spread. Take away that Packer game, they're playing good football. 27-30 loss to the Bills. That was a close one. That was November 3rd. But take away the Packer game, Dolphins are playing better. I'm gonna go with Miami here. I think the betting public's gonna be all over Houston, and if they win, I can see Houston winning like 30-28 or something like that. You know. So yeah, give me the points. Give me the Bucks. I mean the Dolphins. Speaking of the Bucks, Tampa Bay Chargers. Chargers trending downwards. 55 on the power rating, 39 the last 3 games, 58 last 7 games, while the Bucks consistent 53, 50, and 39. I like Tampa Bay here. I know it's probably going against the angle people say, oh, Harbaugh's brought a different, changed the culture. Herbert's playing a lot better. Quarterback guru, quarterback whisperer, whatever you want to call him. But I think Baker Mayfield, he just rises to the occasion, especially this time of year. They're on a 3-game win streak. I wouldn't want to play Tampa Bay right now. Even though they're not playing anybody. They beat the Raiders, Panthers, Giants, 49ers, Chiefs. 30-24 against the Chiefs. 31-41 against the Ravens. So against the tough teams, they're, it's going to be a challenge. But Chargers, 19-17 against the Chiefs. Falcons, 17-13. Ravens, they play some tough teams too. I like the Bucks. I like the Bucks. I find when you're handicapping this time of year, you got to say to yourself at the clinchers, like, what quarterback do you trust the most? These are 2 good quarterbacks, right? Who are you putting your money on? Baker or Herbert, right? Justin Herbert. I'm going to put my money on Baker. That's this time of year, great players rise to the occasion in playoffs, and normally your quarterback, your best should be your best player, maybe the running back or type of receiver you have, but quarterback is the field general, right? So who do you trust the most to win you those close games in the fourth quarter? All right, let's go to the next one. Pittsburgh, Philadelphia. Steelers don't do well in Philly. I was looking at their record earlier this week, and I'm like, wow, okay, they don't like Philadelphia. 0-5 lifetime. Did you guys know that?
You like that? You like that?
Can't win playoff games if you're not in Philly. If you can't. 0-5 straight up and 0-5 ATS. Did you guys know that? I did not know that. Go look at my dashboard here. My regular. That's a crazy stat. Pittsburgh. It's almost unbelievable when you think of the Franco years. Like the steel curtain. But I guess they didn't play Jaworski and the Eagles back then. Let me see here. Philadelphia. Wow. Can you believe that? They haven't played in... They're so close to each other. Hey, that's why I love the NFL, right? It's just so unpredictable. Like if I would have said to you before this, the handicap this game, what do you think the history between these two teams are? What's the record you think? You'd probably like, 13-12, 0-5 in Philly. But what about home or away? me see lifetime Holroy. What? They've never played in... Okay, there we go. There you go. 4-7. 11 times. They've only faced each other 11 times. That is crazy. AFC, NFC teams, right? Eagles. Hey, when a team owns you.
Own the Chiefs. Owns. I don't know.
All right, I'm going to fly through these ones there. We're getting long here. 109. Denver Colts. Another tough game. Can you trust Richardson? But, you know, you got a rookie quarterback. Well, you got two. Well, Richardson's a second-year guy. Denver's playing good football. Sean Payton's got these guys believing in Denver. After a rough start, eh? We got to admit, he had a rough start. Took the bully approach. That didn't work. Denver's only 3-7 straight up in ATS against the Colts last 10. Colts are 5-5 straight up. I think you take the Colts here. I think you take the money. Take the plus. I'm going to take Indy plus the points. Arizona, again, I think Arizona's trending the opposite way now. After I wouldn't say they're very competitive team. 53, 50, 55 in my power rating. New England, yeah, they're not a good football team. I wouldn't touch this game. If you touch it, I think the under is where you want to go. Bills, Detroit. There's the game of the week. I've been struggling with this game all week. And, you know, Detroit's a really good football team. So, you know, Buffalo, defensively, I was really, you know, disappointed last week in LA, the Rams. But the Rams are they're a well-coached team. The one thing with the Rams, you know, and that was a tough spot. You say what you want about the Rams. You beat Buffalo Sunday 44-42, and then you got to play on a Thursday night football against the 49ers. And this, was it, remember the stat I gave you guys yesterday? Teams on road dogs on 3 days rest, 1-8-1 or something like that. It wasn't a good spot for the Rams, but Rams went in there, got the job done. So Rams are a good football team. The reason I'm saying that is because, you know, it's are they battle tested? Going into this game, Detroit, they beat the Packers 34-31. Bills beat the Rams 44-42. Buffalo is 2-2 at the old Silverdome, right? Ford Field, 1-3 ATS. But Detroit is 3-7 last 10 against the Bills. Detroit's on the team on a mission, right? Like they find a way to win. Like Campbell says in his press, you know, inside the locker room there, when he's talking to his players. Winners win, and they find a way to win. I just hope they don't win this weekend against Buffalo. I'm going Buffalo plus the points. I know you guys are saying, "Oh, Ron, you're a Bills fan." Yeah, I'm a Bills fan, but I'm also I like making money, and I think we're getting really good value with plus points with the Buffalo Bills. And if I look at Buffalo, 1-2 is a dog, and they only lose by 2 in those losses, right? So 20 points for, 22 against, and you don't see Buffalo as a dog that much. Here's another thing. Let me check something else here. Let me see how Detroit does as a 3-point favorite last 2 years. We'll do last 2 years. So we'll do Detroit. As a 3-point or less home favorite. We'll do the last 2 years. 3-0. Straight up. 1-1 ATS. Okay. How about last 3 years? 6-0, 4-1. Ooh, it's not good. Okay, numbers aren't good. Anyways, Buffalo. I'm going Buffalo. Sometimes you just gotta roll the dice, right? Sometimes you gotta roll the dice. Green Bay, Seattle. I'm going Seahawks. I'm going with Geno Smith and his completion record. So give me the Seahawks over the Packers plus 2.5. Minnesota against Chicago. Chicago looked good on Thanksgiving Day, and you know, but that's like their Super Bowl every year, when they play those Thanksgiving games, because they know the whole nation's watching. But This Minnesota though has not put teams away. If you look at the Vikings, they're like Kansas City. They just do enough to win. Like Minnesota does not put the foot on the gas and just like when you got a team down and out, you got to like woodshed, 42-21, that's a convincing win. 23-22, that's not super convincing. 30-27, field goal. 23-13, it's Tennessee. 12-7 against the Jags, that's concerning. 21-13 against the Colts, that's what's expected. 30-20, Rams are a good team. 31-29 against the Lions. So which team is going to show up here? Like you go toe to toe with the champ, 31-29, and then you play Titans or Jaguars, and it's a 12-7 game. But the thing that really concerns me is they're on a 6-game winning streak, while the Bears, they're a sinking ship right now. The Bears are not the Bears are like the Jets. 5.5 is the line. The division game. How does Minnesota do in division games at home? Minnesota. Home favorite. 2 years versus division opponents. Survey says 0-3. Yeah, that's what I figured. How about the last 3 years? 1-5. Yeah, that's what I figured. I think a lot of the betting public's going to be on Minnesota. I think the Bears plus 5.5 is where you want to put your money. Give me the Bears. The Bears. Hey, do I have that soundbite? The Bears. Do you guys like the Bears? I know it's a Pepto-Bismol pick, right? You watch the game with your Pepto-Bismol beside you because you're gonna have an upset stomach. That's what I think when you bet the Chicago. All right, last game. It's a Monday night game too, right? Yeah, it's a Monday nighter. How does the Vikings do on Monday? Chicago. Let's see, Monday night games. 9-12 ATS since '83. Where else are you gonna get this kind of information? Eh? Think about it. The Bears 21-15 as a road team on the road since '83 as a away team. That's a pretty good stat to have too, right? Let me see here. Minnesota, home favorite Monday nights. Let's do lifetime. 10-5, 7-8 ATS. All right. How about Chicago Bears? Road underdog. Playing Monday nights. 17-11 ATS. How about the last? Let's do the last 5 years. Three and 1. Kirk Cousins.
You like that? You like that?
I do like that. And last game, Atlanta against the Raiders. -4.5. Two Bears teams, 53-39, 36-50. Raiders are trending upwards. I think you take the Raiders at home plus the points. And there you go.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
All right. What do you guys think of the show today? Was it on a 1 to 10? 5, 6, 7, 8? It's never 9, 10. But a pretty good show, I guess. Audience is in and out. Eh? I think people are in and out today. I know I look blurry on the camera. Do I need to go up and down? How come Is it me or does the camera look blurry? It kind of look blurry on the camera. Hey, do not adjust your eyes. All right, guys, that's a wrap today. This is a long show. It was an hour 20. But hey, it's Friday. Kick off the weekend. What else are you going to do, right? Hopefully I can help you with your selections. And, yeah. All right, guys, I'll see you guys on Monday. And don't forget, get 50% off your membership at ATS Stats. Use promo code Friday. A few spoilers this weekend for Daryl Turner. Yeah. Promo code Friday, uppercase. Get 50% off a 1-year membership. And hopefully you guys will take advantage of that. It's going to go on through the month of December. Click on $99.99. And then once you get down here, just go uppercase Friday, click apply, and then you get 50% off your next membership. All right, have a good one, and we'll see you back next week on another edition of the Raymond Report.
Hello again, everybody. Harry Carey from Wrigley Field on a beautiful day for baseball.
To be the man.
Army.
You've got to beat the man.
Joe own the Chiefs.
Owns.
I don't know.
Struggling.
Can we have fun? You're damn right. I demand that we have fun.
Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only.
Great cash, homie.
Holy cow!
It's a dog-eat-dog world, Sammy, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear.
What the hell's going on out here?
Woo!
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
That's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Let's go to eat a goddamn snack.
Hey, baby!